Hello everybody, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm the INSANEBRIT and this is August 2022's update video. Before I get into the some personal things or whatever it is that's been going on with me, not there's too much to report, just been ill, etc, etc. But we'll jump straight on into playthroughs. I know I talk about football a lot in the past couple of videos because the transfer market's ongoing, FIFA content, and I know a lot of you are not interested in that. Some of you are, some of you are not. I get it, it is what it is. So I'm going to delve straight into the current playthroughs and what's coming out this month for me in August anyway. Ongoing playthroughs for the next 2 weeks will continue with Broken Sword 5, and we're going to be finishing up the likes of GTA 3, which is a little bit dark in some parts. I feel that maybe I could have upped the brightness, but I didn't. But for the most part, it looks bright in some aspects of it, but in other aspects it looks very dark, and it's kind of annoying that way, I feel. It is what it is. Whether you choose to watch, you choose to watch. A lot of people jumped on it, about 20-30 people, whatever, so thank you so much. It will conclude, it's a shorter playthrough from what I remember, and I don't remember playing it years back. I did have some issues with the missions, etc, etc. I've labelled them the missions that, you know, each video of like what I'm doing, etc, and sometimes there's even more missions than that. I label at least 2, so yeah, it is what it is. I did miss one mission because my card catcher fucked up at that time, and I had to fork out £70 to buy a brand new one, which of course set me back on my PC, saving for that, etc, etc, which I'll speak about a little bit later as well. So anyway, this month it will be finishing up GTA 3, and then we'll be finishing up Broken Sword 5, and then we're going to have 10 days, or more or less 2 weeks over the course of this month in respects of free. So what's coming out next? What's the new game for this month? And that is Battlefield Hardline. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy Battlefield Hardline. I never played it online. I was a big fan of Battlefield 4. I never played it online, never played the story, never got round to buying it. So I played it on Game Pass. So I'll be releasing that. And it's more or less like cops and robbers kind of thing, which is an interesting take on it. Some good voice acting, etc. And an interesting story. I mean, I enjoyed the story. So that's basically your games coming out from me this month. In Broken Sword 5, finishing off GTA, finishing off Broken Sword of course, and Battlefield Hardline, which will finish as well this month as well. You know, moving forward, we'll see what happens. And what other new games I can play. Speaking of which, PlayStation have released their games. I'm not too sure what Xbox is. If I can look here on my Twitter, because I've got it. Tony Hawk's Skate 1 and 2, not interested in that. Little Nightmares, I played that on the Xbox. I think I lost a video on it actually, to be honest with you, but whatever, it is what it is. And ironically, one of the greatest games ever, I feel personally, and that's Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is really cool. I'm pleased that people are going to be able to play that game. It's a fantastic game. I recommend playing it. I could even replay it. Plus, it's on the PS4, PS5 version. So if you have a PS5, or when I get a PS5, I'll be able to play that on PS5 as well. So kind of next gen aspect of it as well, if I want to, rather than, because I did play it on the Xbox One S. So yeah, but that's like a 70-hour playthrough, and I did everything in that game, and it's all there for you guys to enjoy. So if you get stuck or whatever, then you can check out some of the missions I did, or a certain video, you know what I mean? I've labeled them, the names of the missions, etc, etc. So yeah, if you need help, if you want to watch me play that, then by all means. But the idea of people being able to tap into that game is great. It's a fantastic series. I absolutely love it. Yakuza 8 has been announced, and there will be returning characters, which I'm very excited for. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm playing that. I don't know if I'll play it day one, obviously, because I've got a backlog of games that I want to play, but I will definitely be playing Yakuza 8. Cannot wait for that shit to come on out. So that's good news on my part. I don't know what Xbox's games are. I think I did see a little snip of their games, but it looked like indie shit I wouldn't touch. But then again, I said the same thing about Broken Sword and ended up playing that. But who knows? I know that for me right now, PSN or PlayStation Plus this month is winning from my aspect. I mean, Yakuza is a great game, AAA. If you're a Skate fan, then by all means jump into that. So yeah, that's what's coming out this month for me. Health wise, been a topsy-turvy past couple of weeks when it comes to health. I had a massive tooth infection where the tooth basically, like, I had a bubble and it reached up to my eye, a massive swelling. I thought my eye was going to pop out. It was bad, man. So I had a tooth infection, so I had to have a root canal done. That was killer. Not the root canal itself, but the actual infection, just the the pulsating, man, and the fact that the lump was going up into my fucking eyeball, man, it's crazy. So that kind of sucked. Also, of course, I couldn't record because I remember I got to speak during that time, and when it comes to recording, so I had to stop production of everything. I couldn't do anything. I didn't even release shit for a couple of days. We had that massive heat for 2 or 3 days. I was just like barely surviving that. You know, I couldn't stand it. Fuck the heat. I'm not a fan of it. You know, even if you put me on holiday, I'd be like, I don't want no fucking nowhere hot. That's just my preventals, my preference. Sorry. And then obviously, so I had that tooth infection. Then I had a virus on top of the heat, and that played up, and I felt like shit for a few days as well. On top of that, all that was going on, and then somebody in my family, I'm not going to go too much into detail, it's not my place to say, and I'm not looking for sympathy for it, but somebody in my family passed away. So dealing with that on top of the illness and everything, it's been a crazy few weeks. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go into detail about that, but a family member of mine passed away. So it's been a hectic month in that respect. And that's basically health-wise and stuff that's been going on with me. GTA 6 has been announced or is coming out, and we've got some details on it as well. I'll say my thoughts and opinions on that. Apparently they're doing less offensive jokes, or as they say, we're not going to punch down, and we've got a couple of people, content creators, who are a little bit on the right and a little bit on the left, or even central, saying that it's gone woke or whatever. How has it gone woke, supposedly? Well, they're more or less not complaining about the fact that it's got a female protagonist in it, etc., and she's Latin or whatever. It's more or less that they're not happy that they're going to do a less offensive things, less jokes about, I don't know, gay people, trans people, whatever it may be. They're saying they're not going to punch down and what have you, etc., etc. But then a lot of people are arguing, well, that's the whole thing with GTA that makes it unique, that it pushed social boundaries and stuff like that. I get it. At this point, I want to say, I've said things like this, various things like this before, but it feels almost like a checkbox at this point when it comes to modernizing gaming or modern games or whatever it is. And I know they're going to change. We had more female characters in games of World War II in respects, Call of Duty, because girls play the game as well, whatever. More ethnic minorities in the games when it comes to playing Call of Duty, even though there was a guy representing the Nazis who was black, and a lot of people were pissed off at that, which is, it just, whatever, it is what it is. But it feels like a checkbox at this point, like, oh, is it a woman? Check. Is she ethnic? Yes. And then I got a feeling in my mind that with this next GTA character, female protagonist, why not make her gay as well, or bisexual? I bet you that's a thing. It just feels like a checkbox at this point. It is what it is, and it's going to be moving forward going that way. At this point, there's not much you can do about it. You either buy it or you don't buy it. I personally think, I've played lots of games with female characters. I've played Tomb Raider games. I'm a huge fan of Ghost in the Shell. There's not a lot of female-led games I actually play, really. Maybe Life is Strange is one of those games where they've got lots of female protagonists, etc. The Walking Dead is another choice-based game that I play, which I love the series. And, of course, the main protagonist is a girl, or, throughout the entirety of that series. And I very much enjoy it. The only one I haven't played right now is Horizon, which I've got to play at some point because Horizon 2's out. And so that's the next one I have to kind of jump into, which I haven't delved into yet. And that's mostly because I haven't got PS5 just yet. So it is what it is. But yeah, so, and on the online aspect of it as well, is that what they're doing is they're going to have changing cities and stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting, like a season thing, like Fortnite is what they're basically in theory they're going to be doing. I don't know too much about that, which I like the fact there's going to be new cities and stuff like that. That's kind of cool, but I can see it will do well, and a lot of people will enjoy it, but then a lot of people will stick to the old game as well. So there's still, but remember, it's been like 10 years since GTA 5 came out, so, and they've remastered it, remade it, blah blah blah. It's making billions for them per year. So, it's crazy to think that it's been 10 years since the last one came out. The new one's probably going to come out 2024. Will I play it? Yes, 100%. Syndicate as well, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, they had a brother-sister relationship. And apparently I'm hearing that the female protagonist is going to have a brother, and they're going to be on the opposite sides of a drug war, apparently. But I don't know. I'm not going to delve too much into it, like, what's all the story about? Because when I do get my hands on it, I want to be able to play it. And of course, I'll be playing on PlayStation 5. If we ever get this PC situation sorted out, it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, so GTA 6 news coming out, and yeah, but I'm not holding my breath for most new games coming out, including God of War, because I've got a backlog that I want to play, so I'm just going through them at this point in time. FIFA career mode. Well, let's talk about Chelsea a little bit as well. So, actually, no, let's stick with FIFA for a moment. FIFA career mode is coming to an end. The American season is the last one I'm doing, and then we're just waiting for 2023 because it gives me more time to do other stuff and focus on other playthroughs and stuff. And it's just a series that's I don't think anybody's really interested in anymore. I think FIFA 23 is coming out. Let's just end the American career mode, and then that's that. That'll end in 2 or 3 weeks time tops. So that's finally coming to an end. FIFA 22 Sims are returning, which is fantastic for my channel. Lots of people enjoy watching them. I've updated every single squad. I've even updated fucking Napoli, you know what I mean, like AC Milan, Inter Milan. It's crazy, because I like doing that anyway. I used to do it years ago, but now with the internet I can update constantly when transfers are moving and who's got released and who hasn't and stuff. So that's really exciting, a lot of fun for me. Also, I've put all the new players playing for those clubs. So I did the Manchester City versus Liverpool simulation of a Community Shield, which I did kind of late, I admit. My apologies for that. But I put all their new players on, so if you're a fan of Liverpool, or maybe you're just interested to see what Liverpool or Man City do, you know, of Haaland and stuff like that, who wins that, and etc., by all means, I've put it out there. So that's the final. I'll do every single final, even if Chelsea ain't in it. I'll do the UEFA Cup final, the Champions League final, the FA Cup final, the League Cup final, everything. So that'd be kind of cool, even if Chelsea aren't in it, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. That means that they won't be in form, as it were, you know, when they do the updates in form, because it's no longer supported the game, or at least I don't believe it is. And then that will start to happen when FIFA 23 comes out, so you have more accurate portrayals of their talents and their in-form situations. So Werner will be offside 50 times instead of scoring 3 great goals in the game. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. It is what it is. So yeah. So FIFA Sims are returning. The next one for us is Everton. I'll check out Everton's team. I'll put their formation, what they've done in their last game, and then etc., and we'll see how that plays out. That's going to be interesting as well. Speaking of Chelsea in general, I think we are in trouble. I saw the Arsenal game. We lost heavy, 4-0. It was brutal. We were shit. You know, we had people all over the place, people not committed. I think Tuchel needs to, you know, split the squad and say, who doesn't want to be here, fuck off to the left. And, you know, there's youth who we want to put out on loan, put them to the right. And then there's players that he doesn't want, like Ross Barkley or Batshuayi or whatever it may be, and just fucking sell them, or just say you're not involved and you're going in with the reserves, and focus on a core group of players that he wants to use, and just fuck the others off and make sure that they want to leave, or like, just make sure that they start looking for a club themselves. Even if we get shit money, doesn't matter, just get rid of them, because we've got too big of a squad. It's too bloated. Spending £700,000 a week on wages for players that aren't good enough, or players that we don't want anymore, and it's just wasting money. And you know, we need a bunch of centre backs. I personally think we should. Now the Koundé situation has dragged on. It's pissed me off, and I haven't got a problem with anyone not wanting to come to Chelsea, but do it very quickly. Just say no, I don't want to come to you. Rafinha did it in 3 or 4 weeks. Not a problem, Rafinha. Fuck off to Barcelona. Koundé went on for a year. Just took too long, ridiculous, and it pissed me off that he didn't come to us in the end. And ironically, they ain't even paying fucking De Jong their £70 million wages that they own. So how the fuck thinks he's going to get his money, I don't know. I wouldn't join Barcelona, no way. They're stupid. They're thinking about the here and now and everything, and even talking about bringing Messi back. You haven't got the fucking money. Oh, you've got 200, 300 million, but after that's gone and spent, what else are you going to do after that? You morons. So they should be keeping their money. I don't know, maybe their projections of the lower wages and everything, all that money will come back in, and they'll be fine. Who knows? But at this point in time, fucking hell, Barcelona. It is what it is. So yeah, we ain't got Rafinha. We didn't get Koundé. I'm hoping we get Fafana or whatever from Leicester. If that's how you say his name, the French 19-year-old. That'd be really cool to get him. I'd like to see him. 60, 70 million pounds. We're a little bit desperate at this point. Also Bashi from AS Monaco. I'd love to see. He's a big, tall centre back. I bought him on FIFA. He's really good. Needs a bit of polishing, I feel. A bit rough around the edges, but he's got a lot of quality there, and I think we could turn him into a monster of a defender long term. I would like to get a Picano from Bayern Munich, but they've just bought Dillit. They ain't going to sell Upacano. No way. So yeah, I think Bashi would cost us about £50 million. For Fina or whatever, £70 million. I don't know if, and we need a striker. I don't know who that's going to be at this point. Some people want Ronaldo. Some people are saying no. The philosophy of Tuchel's like, no, we don't want Ronaldo, even though he brings goals at this point. We just need, I don't know if we're going to bring someone in or go with Broja for the season. I don't know. Would that be a success? I'm not too sure. I just don't know. It's a risk we have to take. I don't know. Or maybe at least put him on the bench, play him in cup games, make him part of the squad. I haven't got a problem with that, but we need someone to score bags of goals. And I don't know. Sterling can't do it all himself. Very happy with the Sterling and the Koulibaly transfers. That's fantastic, but we need one or two more centre-backs and definitely another attacker. Get rid of Ziyech or whatever who wants to leave. Alonso, Azpilicueta, you know, if they want to leave, and fucking let them leave. But we need to bring in more people, and because it's just not good enough. We've got too many people that don't want to be at Chelsea, and that's not good for squad morale. We look poor in the Arsenal game. We're not prepared, I feel, for this season. It's going to be a tough run-in with Everton being the first game. Of course, they've improved their squad as well. And Tottenham, who also have improved and be going for top 4. That's our second game. So it's all happening. And those FIFA Sims are going to be very interesting, as well as the real-life results as well. Anime I've been watching an anime called Bastard on Netflix. Really funny. Got some fan service in there. It's quite cheeky. It's funny. Perverted in some ways. But lots of action fight scenes and stuff, so that's pretty good. Definitely recommend watching that. Been getting back into anime because I haven't watched any anime in months, really. Also, Vinland Saga, which is basically about Vikings. Basically, if you've seen the show Vikings on Amazon Prime, it's basically that, but in anime form. I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. Decent animation as well. So, Vinland Saga and Bastard. I finished watching Bastard, only 13-14 episodes. Vinland Saga has 24, so that should be interesting. I haven't watched all of it, obviously. I've just watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes. I recently watched Spider-Man as well. Not a huge Spider-Man fan, but I do like the Tom Holland version of it, or Marvel's writing. It's pretty good. Spider-Man Far From Home, I think it is. The one where there's multiple Spider-Mans, so, and it's got like Doctor Strange in it and stuff like that. He's really good. I like Doctor Strange, even though I never really heard of him until I saw like all the other movies kind of thing, you know what I mean? I watched Doctor Strange, his origin movie, and I really enjoyed that film, but then I see him in other movies as well, like, you know, I don't know, I can't remember the name of them, but you know what I mean? But he pops up and he's really good. I like his character. So Cumberbatch plays him, the guy that did the dragon voice, I believe, in The Hobbit. So yeah, but yeah, really enjoying that movie. Enjoyed it. I've about 2.5 hours long, but it's really good. What else is there? The last thing I want to talk about, I'm about 20 minutes into this video. Last thing I really want to talk about is a PC update. Now, I could buy a PC and it would be fine and whatever else, but I wanna, because I have X amount of money and I've waited so long, I kind of wanted to increase the power of my PC. I was going for an i7 1070i. Now I might go for an i9 1080. So it'll be proper powerful, and that's an improved. Now I want to future-proof, so I don't have to keep upgrading my PC. So, the original PC, this one cost about £800, or £850, sorry. This one will cost me about £1,800. Plus I have to get a PS5 as well, and I'll get an improved card catcher. So maybe be doing 4K. I don't know if that's true. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I would need a new 4K monitor to do that. I think I will. I'm not too sure. But right now I'm focused on getting that PC, get a badass PC, coming up close to that. I want to say Christmas, but worst way, it's just after Christmas, because I need to get that additional £200 or £300. You know, it is what it is. Also, I'm dipping into that funding. Unfortunately, I have to buy Call of Duty, which I do enjoy playing anyway, and of course for new FIFA as well. For FIFA Sims, I enjoy playing FIFA anyway. So that's bought about £150. No, sorry, about £120 for 2 games more or less at this point. But that's the only real thing I'm going to be buying. Everything else I'm going to be playing with Game Pass and backlog of games that I've got. But as soon as I do get that new PC, do get the PS5, I'll be able to tap into all those PS5 games that I've got and PS4 games, because I haven't played any in months, including Bioshock 2, Bioshock 3, the last Tomb Raider game, Horizon. I've got to play Horizon 2. It's going to be crazy, you know. A lot of games I'll be able to tap into, and God of War, the next one, Spider-Man Miles Morales, haven't played. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all those games being unlocked as soon as I'm able to get a PS5 and a PC worthy of all being able to run it. Anyway guys, that's about it, what I want to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like some of these are repeat things, like process that I say, but until anything changes, it's going to be the same at this point. Hope you enjoy this month's content. Enjoy the FIFA Simulations. I'll come out with them. I know I haven't done commentary on them, etc., but it's just easier for me not to do the commentary, and it's just less time consuming. It's an easy piece of content for me to knock out, and I'm focusing on so many other things, like trying to create content. It is what it is. I'll let you know if anything happens where I'm unable to upload through the community tab, or I just have issue or have to do less content. Hopefully not, but who knows. It is what it is. Life hits you in all kinds of ways, don't it, at the end of the day. Anyway guys, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links are in the description below. Hit the super thanks if you want to donate to the channel, and it will go directly to my PC funding. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.